Now at 6, manhunt over a convicted murderer is back behind bars after walking away from his trial last week. Federal marshals arrested Dwayne Chaney on Milwaukee's northwest side late last night.
He was on the run for 4 days after police say he cut off his GPS monitoring system. Police also arrested Chaney's girlfriend, who was found hiding under a porch. Chaney has made a run for it in the past, eluding police for nearly 2 years before last week's trial even began.
The U.S. Marshal's Office crunched the numbers for us to see just how much it cost to search for Chaney.
So counting overtime and equipment, it's at least $21,000 taxpayer dollars.
Julia Fellow looked into the U.S. Marshal's claim that more should have been done to keep Chaney behind bars.
And the victim's family, Shannon, even felt more heartache, worried that he would never be found, which leads many to wonder why this judge let him out in the first place. It's not often you hear the U.S. Marshals calling out a judge, but in a news release they wrote Chaney had been released by Circuit Judge Carolina Stark, despite the fact that Chaney had evaded arrest for 18 months after being charged in this case. Judge Stark told today's TMJ4 Chaney requested a speedy trial and was released on a signature bond with a GPS monitoring bracelet when the state didn't schedule the trial date within 90 days of his request. We found under state statute, if the court is unable to schedule a trial, the court shall request assignment of another judge. District Attorney John Chisholm explained it's not always that easy in Milwaukee County.
And in this case, you didn't have any other judge that was available?
To my understanding, no.
Which leads us to another section, which states no continuance may be granted because of general congestion of the court's calendar. Chisholm argued there was another issue holding up this case. A key witness was not cooperating, and they needed more time. This forced the judge to then reconsider the conditions of Chaney's confinement.
So really you're left with only a couple options, and that is, go forward with the case without a cooperative witness and risk losing the case, or ask for additional time.
But another section of the speedy trial statute makes clear no continuance may be granted because of the failure to obtain available witnesses on the part of the state.
I still believe that the prosecutor made the right decision in asking for additional time, because without having done that, there's a good chance we would not have secured the accountability, the conviction that we secured.
I asked the DA if the root of all this court congestion means that more funding needs to be given to the Milwaukee County court justice system. He says he's not going to use this issue for any of that. Instead, he thanked law enforcement for their speedy efforts in getting him behind bars. Reporting live outside the Milwaukee County Courthouse, Julia Fellow, today's TMJ4.
All right,